Hey Taurus, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your February overview general reading here. A little bit different this round because Lady Crow's going on vacay. So we're going to be looking at the whole month. Then I'll be back with you on the flip side. Let's go right into your meditation. It was very unique. And I heard the song, I actually don't know what it's called, but it's like Intergalactic Planetary something by the Beastie Boys. I think that's literally the first time I've ever had a Beastie Boys song come through. I'm like, Beastie Boys, what? What year is this though? But I heard that, and then I saw the Taurus it felt very spacey, because I also saw I think it's a caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland who like smokes the pipe, and it felt very of another world. It felt, here, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was, because I literally saw you guys as the Taurus collective, okay? I saw you sitting on a high point. It could have been a mountain or a precipice of some kind. And then I saw all the other signs, right? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, everybody else over around here. And you were on your own. Like you're in your own energy. It's interesting because technically you were, solitary, but it didn't feel that way. It felt like this beautiful, mystical, wondrous place. I guess I can go with the cocoons. It was like a caterpillar, but this feeling of like, you are riding your own wave, Taurus, for February. I feel like a lot of the other signs, it's a very emotional time. We have this full moon coming up, Mercury in retrograde. It is primed and ready, especially as we go into Pisces season, to be in a very emotional time. But it really felt like you were up here, and I'm hearing that song, I Fly Above All the Drama. I think that's Mary J. Blige, where it's just like you're in your own energy. Like completely, what is the word I'm looking for? I want to say unfluffed, but I don't think that's a word. Just completely unbothered. And it kind of feels like you're in a place where you're like, I kind of feel like an alien, a space alien, intergalactic planetary, like you're just in your own situation. And it does feel like you're connecting to a lot of energies upward, as opposed to being down here with everybody else, right? And I don't say that like in a qualitative way, as in you're above and everyone else is below. I just mean it feels like you're on a different plane of existence. You couldn't see that, but I just like shrugged. Let's see what your animal energy is though. And it just feels like it felt very like your own guru energy. It felt really cool. Interesting. All right, what's the animal energy for Taurus? Okay. What comes before the moth, the caterpillar? Well, technically it's the cocoon, but before the cocoon, caterpillar. So this makes so much sense to me in my soul. The moth represents empaths, okay? This is feeling high sensitivity, right? Air sign here. Didn't I say that you were on your own level plane connecting upward? Yeah, any empaths watching this is a special note to you. I just saw 3:33 on the timer. I do feel like you guys are seeing repeating numbers. I feel like part of the reason that you guys are on your own wavelength and situation, it feels like you are picking up on energies and messages and realizations and tapping into something almost intergalactic in a way. And that's going to look different for everyone. I'm not saying you're communing with aliens, although some of you very well could be, live your life, right? But it's interesting because Taurus energy, you guys are the bull. You're of the earth. You're an earth sign, but you do feel very airy, spacey, like an air sign. And it's like a really good, I'm going to be really honest with you. So I'm an Aquarius, right? You feel like an Aquarius. I literally feel like I'm tapping into Aquarius energy. You can have Aquarians around you, faux show, but there is something here about, the moth, if you even, and I would never recommend this, but even if you touch a moth's wing so lightly, to them, it feels like you just took a sledgehammer to it, right? And welcome to a day in the life of an empath, by the way. They feel other people's emotions as their own. I feel like for some of you guys are being prepped and stepping into a place where your empathic abilities are either coming to the forefront for the first time, or they're really expanding and wide. I really feel like I'm speaking to people who are here to help heal themselves and or other people. Okay? Artists, humanitarians, light workers, shadow workers, shamans in training, counselors, or even if that's even if you're a student and you're studying to be a lawyer and that's not you, there's something about, I'm clicking into an energy where whatever you're here to do, it is to raise the vibration of this planet to a higher and more love-centered place. That's just what an illuminated place is, what it feels like, right? You've heard that saying, like moths to a flame, right? Yeah, it's like your light being self is like in the driver's seat right now. How cool, Taurus. Okay, let's see what's going on for you guys. God, you really feel like you're in an Aquarius in alignment energy. Well, we are in Aquarius season technically, so that actually makes a little bit of sense, but you're not my first reading of the day, so this is it's like the other readings have been like, you know, embrace the change, and you're over here living your best life, fully formed moth formation. Be gentle with yourself around your self-care. I'm getting a special message where there's something about if you need to take some extra time to yourself and process everything that you're feeling, please do it. Even if you're a social butterfly or moth, it feels like you're tapping into things that are more and more expansive and more intense than you're used to. It feels really good, okay? It feels really, really good. But just be mindful. You may be in a place where your needs are a bit different and you're being asked to go with the flow around that and really honor what you need, okay? Honor what you need. Wow. Good Lord. Okay. So you got the Two of Swords in reverse. Remember, this is the past energy coming in that may or may not affect the present. So let's just turn it up right. The Two of Swords, air energy here, by the way. We've been talking about air energy all the live long day. So the number 2, we are in the month of February. Again, Aquarius energy here. I'm living for it. Do you see the blindfold? Let's talk about traditionally, and let's talk about what I'm getting. And nary shall the two meet. No, but traditionally speaking, this is taking a time out, right? It's a cause for pause to gather more information before making a move in either direction, okay? Hence the blindfold. This can also be a sense of inner peace, but this is a cause for pause, a moment in time where you're like, boop, I'm gonna sit this round out. Remember when I said I saw you like kind of above and separate, but not in a negative way, right? Because you do feel very connected to everything. It feels like you're really in your oneness, in your wholeness. It kind of feels like you're just in a very special place where you're being prepped for something, but I also feel like you're being the guiding light for a lot of people around you, either directly or through, adjacent energy, okay? But traditionally, that's what this means. This can also be about inner peace, but it came up in reverse. And here's what I'm obsessed with. Empaths, right? Because I'm going to keep talking about this. Like the blindfold here, right? Empaths don't necessarily perceive information through the visual sphere. They feel it, right? Like the water, they feel it. You are, okay, I'm getting a really fun image, actually. I'm getting an image, I think it was in the Karate Kid. I don't remember which one, but one of the originals where Ralph Macchio so Mr. Miyagi puts a blindfold on him and tests how well he can do the karate with the blindfold on, and then it comes up when he's fighting an opponent and the opponent kicks like rocks in his eyes and he's like, oh my god, I can do this with my eyes closed. That's what I'm getting here. It's like you're not using your eyes to see or work magic or thrive. You're coming from a different place altogether, and I'm completely freaking obsessed, Taurus. I'm feeling this is the golden star reading of the round, and I'm completely obsessed with that. There's always one, you know. 8 of Pentacles here, repping your earth sign selves here, completely obsessed. You know, interesting. You know how there are 3 crows up here, and then we have a 4th right here? I feel like this is you, and this is everyone else. 8 of Pentacles traditionally is doing the good work, and going to work, and working, right? Successfully so. 8 is the number of monetary abundance as well. I mean, not to repeat myself, this is literally what I've been saying this entire time, where it really feels like you are just transcending to a whole other level of reality and ness. And yes, I just said ness, as in N-E-S-S, like ness. Like there's no proper descriptive for it. It's real Aquarian energy. What can I say? You feel like you're more in Aquarian energy than the Aquarians were. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. So we got the Lovers at the bottom, Gemini energy here, don't you know? Queen of Pentacles. I'm hearing the song Queens Everywhere by RuPaul. Are they a show or a no-show? You better let a bitch know. So Queen of Pentacles, beautiful earth energy here. You know, she is the great receiver. She is the best receiver of all the queens because she can handle what comes her way. But you know what I'm getting? Wait a minute. Oh my God, it's a butterfly. The themed realness. Listen, she's really good at self-care. She's really good at understanding that she can't offer her cup to anybody else unless she fills it up herself for herself first, right? I just saw 11:01 on the timer. This does feel very Three of Wands. Well, it actually feels High Priestess as well. Very much so, High Priestess. She's also understands that the more that she's grateful for what she already has, the more that she'll manifest to be grateful for. And it really just has this distinct feeling of being in your element in a newly realized way. But I'm obsessed that we have air energy here that's commenting on the earth energy that you are. It's almost, oh my God, you are evenly rooted into the earth and to the upwards realm simultaneously. Let me talk about this briefly. So just so you know, because it's pertinent here, before I do a reading, okay, I will connect myself to the upward, realm, to the upper world. And then I will also connect myself to the lower world. So I'm connected to both places and drawing energy from both places, right? That feels like you. Are you doing a lot of meditating? Are you feeling very grounded, yet you are still picking up information in dreams, getting feelings about things, about people, knowing things are gonna happen before they do? You were thinking about someone one day and then the next day they call you or text you? Something to that. I'm seeing a special thing of someone watching TV or Netflix or whatever, and you call a line before it happens. Like even if it's an episode or a movie you've never seen before, like you know what the next line is. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. Okay, major High Priestess energy here, I'm telling you. Okay, Two of Swords in reverse, what's happening? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, wow. I mean, I told you this felt pretty epic. Two of Swords in reverse and the Death key. Do you know that this is Scorpio energy, and Scorpios are incredibly intuitive and psychic? This is the death of one form of self or situation and the rise of a completely new realized you. I want to point something out. Remember how this crow doesn't need its eyes to see? Do you see how Death here literally like doesn't have actual eyes, but like it's seeing through the eyes of the horse? It's seeing through the eyes of the horse. Ooh, some of y'all are channeling and stuff. Some of y'all are channeling and stuff. Good Lord. I don't know if I've ever felt such an esoteric reading before, but I do. Some of you guys are really tapped in and exploring the realms of the unknown and unseen. I feel like for some of you guys, it's on a lighter note where you're literally just like coming into a new version of yourself, where you're perceiving things in a whole new way, and it's really beautiful. Where the things that weren't serving you previously are being called away, you're making that change, or you're allowing that change to be made through you, and going into a newly realized version of yourself where you're going to work, and I feel a complete lack of being in your head, yet you feel like an air sign. That's what it is. All right, Eight of Pentacles, what's up? Taurus, this is gonna be such a good month for you, and I'm obsessed with it. There's a masculine energy that I'm picking up on too, just as I said that. There's a masculine energy that I'm picking up on too. I feel like you're gonna be called to be there for other people a lot in February. I have shivers and chills. I also feel like some of you are going to be having dreams about deceased loved ones, okay? Oh, Okay, I won't get into this too long because it's a whole thing. There's something happening on a collective level where those of you, I believe that everyone's intuitive. Let me just be very clear about that. But it's just like a muscle at the gym. The more that you work it, the more that it works for you, okay? But I also feel like some of us are more naturally inclined intuitively because we inherited those abilities through the bloodline, through our ancestors, right? Because we do inherit abilities from our ancestors, right? And I honestly feel like those of you who have a natural propensity for intuitive insights and or work are being activated. The Hermit. Now, here's why I'm obsessed with this. Because it's clarifying that, now, little known fact, well, I don't know if it's little known, but it's not talked about very much anyway. Did you know that the star in the Hermit's lantern is actually the star from the star key, and the star key is the card that represents Aquarius? Boop, boop, boop. So the Hermit, this is Virgo energy here. Okay, I can't with this because it's too good. This is exactly talking about what I saw in your meditation, y'all. Remember how I saw you were on a precipice or a high point and a little separate from the rest of the world? And that you were in this beautiful working energy and being in the light space and connecting upwards and downwards. And this is exactly what I was seeing in your meditation, only like you were a caterpillar taken on the pipe from Alice in Wonderland. It does feel like you are in Wonderland. This is beautiful. But, I'm also hearkening back to, remember when I said that the Queen of Pentacles is super proficient in taking the time that she needs and not ever feeling guilty about it or just like okay, the Queen of Pentacles is the kind of energy, and you know this, you're Pentacle people, where if she is feeling drained because she's been doing the most in whatever way that is, or been doing the least and she's still drained, it doesn't matter. She doesn't judge herself based on her productivity. That's also why I love her so much, okay? And she gets a text message or a phone call. Well, let's say it's a text message. And it's like, oh my God, I had the worst day. And it's her friend, right? Judy text message. Oh my God, I had the worst day at work. My boss is being so rude. I'm feeling so emotional. I don't know what's happening. Can I call you? But Queen of Pentacles knows that she's not going to have very much to give because she's feeling, like she has to just be in her own energy to refill that cup. She's not going to ignore the text message, right? But she's also not going to get on that phone knowing that it's going to not be her best and brightest self, right? She's going to respond to Judy and say, Judy, I'm sending you so much love and light. You have absolutely got this. I'm feeling not at full capacity at the moment, but I promise you, you're going to be the first call that I make once I am back up to speed. I just got to recharge the battery, and then I'm all yours. Why do I feel like that's so important for you? I feel like that's going to be you in February, okay? Or rather, it's your advice. Like, please be careful around, you never have to feel bad. It's really about getting your own needs met as well. This just fell out on the table. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. It went like, boop. The Fool. Again, being on a precipice. I keep saying this for you guys. Up on the clouds and the ethers. This is a brand fresh new start and brand new beginning. This is newness and wondrousness. See how he's looking up and he's like, das. This is it being at the beginning of a journey, right? I'm hearing Land and Sea by Sleeping at Last. I almost said Sleep No More. Sleeping at Last, Land and Sea. That's the song that I'm hearing. This is you. Literally. Not a care in the world. Well, in a way. I feel like that's for this. Guys, this is like beyond amazing here. Like I can't even. I want to get a goddess for you guys. Oh. Kali's hanging out at the on the bottom side of this here, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. And then we have the death key here as well. Remember, I can't remember if I said it or not, but there are, things that I feel like are coming up for review where you're like, yeah, I don't need to take that into this year. I don't need to continue with this, right? There are aspects of yourself that are changing. They're just changing. It's beautiful. All right, let's get a goddess. I live for moth energy, I have to tell you. why? Oh, weird. See how Mawu, Mother Earth, is here? Talking about Queen of Pentacles. More mountains here. Guys, I hope you're ready for this. Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Let's talk about this. So first of all, listen, if you are inclined to take this literally and apply it towards, because Guinevere is a great love story, and apply it towards a romantic context, live your life. And that's beautiful, okay? What I am drawn to here is the lilies, because the lilies represent a connection with spirit, okay? I feel like this is commenting on what this space for you, this transformative space, this I feel like you are your own true love with this Hermit key here during this time in particular. Now, let's talk about this. This actually makes a lot of sense. You know how I was saying the Queen understands that the more that she's grateful for what she already has, the more she manifests to be grateful for. Do you remember how I said how this is a time of mastering self-love or divine selfishness, about getting, like, responding to Judy. Who is this Judy? Judy. Responding to her and saying, hey, I'm all yours, but I gotta like recharge my own battery right now, regardless of what the day held. Or if she has any, quote, rational reason to be drained, it doesn't matter. If you're in a moth energy for February, which, hello, you are, you are going to be feeling things on another level. You might need more rest than normal. You might need things that you haven't before. Please honor that within you. Please honor that within you, okay? And that's going to take a lot of different forms. You might need to go to bed early. You might need to stay up late. You might need to, eat some carbs, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, whatever that is for you, for real. Or just saying no to going out after work so that you can go home and be in your own layer, because you are in a place of receiving. And in order to fully receive, you do have to assume the Hermit position, because in that energy, work is being done on you, with you, and through you. Now, why? Let's ask why. Why? 22:22 on the timer. Why? Why should this be going on? I'm telling you, whenever something like this happens, for the most part, in my experience, it's because you're being prepped for what you asked for. That's my point with this, that it took me 5 years to get to. Okay, it's you're being prepped for what you asked for. How can you draw towards you let's just go with a relationship, since we have Guinevere here, right? How can you draw towards you a healthy and balanced relationship, right? If you have not yet first mastered self-love, self-care, and divine selfishness. Different than egoic selfishness, right? Divine selfishness is, I'm going to put my own mask on before I can, help you with yours. If this has not been you in the past, this is about to change, and you're starting to understand that Judy will be okay. Right? Who is this Judy? You know what I mean? There's something about that, and it's preparing you for this love to come in. Again, I do feel like it's twofold. For some of you guys, you're being prepared to be a energetic match for the love coming towards you, which could mean that the love coming towards you is someone who has already mastered what you're being called to master now. Does that make sense? Spirit is like, well, we want to bring them this person who's really wonderful for them, but they keep overextending themselves and giving from an empty cup, and how they aren't ready to put themselves first and practice, self-love. So how can we match them with this person who's already in a vibration of self-love? Does that make sense? I feel like for another group of you, this really is about falling in love with your higher self, the spirit within and around you, and really connecting into your intuition in a whole new way. And you're like, oh my God, because let me tell you something. And it's a bit of a cliche for a dang good reason, okay? The love that we seek is always within us, period. And seeking for it anywhere outside of ourselves ain't it, and you will always come up short, and you will always be disappointed. That's it. But if you feel in love without any 3D reason for it, without another person in the equation, if you feel that in love sense within and for yourself, that is the vibration that attracts love towards you from a 3D perspective and context. Does that make sense? You're about to change the world and change yourselves and step off into your best life. And I love it for you, my beautiful, beautiful bulls that feel like Aquarians that are moths. Again, one last thing. This moth here with all this green, this is the color of the heart chakra, is it not? I do feel like your heart is being cracked open in a good way, honey, where it's wide open. It's in a place where you're just feeling things on a whole other level. And again, just a little, word around that. Please be gentle and easy with yourself around what that looks like and feels like for you, because it is intense. And if you need to be in your own energy and just go home and journal, or anything that you can do of the creative realm is going to be the beautiful tonic for this time. I'm telling you. Okay, now it's going to be different for everybody, but personally, I would highly recommend journaling, coloring in a coloring book, painting, doodling, reading, croqueting, anything that is somewhat of a physical activity that can get you out of your head with my beautiful air energy I'm feeling here and just into your higher self energy of just where you're in that flow place, you're in the vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say. Actually, I think Abraham Hicks is, you're tapping into kind of an Abraham Hicks energy actually with that vortex. That's what this whole thing feels like, the divine vortex. That's what it feels like. And by the way, the divine vortex is a place where a lot of us aspire to be. And you're just there. So I'm really excited for you guys, my beautiful bulls. With that being said, thank you so much for being here. I really hope this helped and resonated. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. I live to read your comments. My absolute favorite part of this whole kit and caboodle is reading your comments. And as always, just thank you so much for being you, and be well. Until next time.